All right, we are live. Sweet. Let's see. How's everybody doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all have been enjoying the Elvis reactions, man. I got a couple other ones I wanted to check out with y'all today. I got the video called people's reactions to Elvis. So, or not reactions, but reactions to first meeting him. So yeah, I figured we go ahead and check that out together because man, I've been thinking about that one for a while. I don't know. We should be able to do it as a live, but I'm not sure. We're gonna try it and see what happens. Hope y'all are ready for it. So this guy Giacomo Viviano, I believe that's his name. He watched my last reaction of Elvis, one of them, Walk a Mile in My Shoes, and he said what I said about that jail thing was definitely right. And I mean, I already knew that, but yeah, um, this guy was like, he said that you should check out this link from my group that I have about Elvis. And I was like, okay, might as well, why not? And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and do some reactions to that? Because man, Elvis had a lot of stuff go on that the media did not cover that he did for people, and man, we we love showcasing people that do right for people, other people on this channel. So I figure why not go ahead and start with this. Okay, so it says Elvis at Christmas. We do a lot of writing regarding Elvis's humanity on this group. Couldn't have Christmas go without touching on this topic regarding Elvis at this time of year. Apparently, this happened in Christmas, but he said it was a good representation of the media not showcasing what Elvis used to do way back when. And I'm sure some of y'all may already know this by now. But he said, understand Elvis sang Christmas carols to strangers, and also visited people in jail. So that part was interesting to me. I was like, what? I didn't even know that myself. And he was telling me how a bunch of people don't know that because the media never covered it. So yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and tell y'all more about it. So yeah, he says he was known on a few occasions during the holidays to jump on his motorcycle and gather as many people that were willing to follow him on motorcycle or in their cars, driving through various neighborhoods and stopping in front of random homes to sing Christmas carols outside the front doors of complete strangers. That's impressive to do. Some people wouldn't like doing that, but man, Elvis was the man. He said, "I'm a sing for these people." We already know how he is. So also he was like, and yes, the look on people's faces as they stepped out onto their porch and saw Elvis leading a choir of singing or strangers singing holiday classics to them always got the shock and awe response that we would expect. I wonder what would y'all do if y'all had that? Like if y'all seen Elvis at y'all's front door, would y'all just fall out or what? What would y'all do? Let me know what in the chat, man. Because this is actually a live stream. So yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and live with y'all or enjoy this live with y'all, and then we're gonna be checking out another one. But let me finish this real quick. It's a it says then Elvis would wish them a Merry Christmas, and they would jump on their motorcycles or in their cars and head off to another neighborhood. Another little known story is Elvis was known on some Christmas nights to go visit people sitting behind bars at the local jail, just because he knew it was the holidays, and for people incarcerated away from their families, it was probably one of the loneliest feelings in time of year. So Elvis felt that as a person himself who had been extremely blessed and fortunate, as well as having immediate family members that had been in jail before, which I also did not know. So him bringing this out to my attention, I was like, "Whoa, that's interesting that he could like empathize with people like that because he had family like that." I didn't even know that. That's interesting to think about how his life could have been changed, just because people were doing the wrong thing in his life. But man, he chose to do the right thing, and man, I bless him for it. All right, let's see. It says, so he could empathize and believe the least he could do was to try and give others a reason to maybe smile, or at least lighten their burdens or load. Let's see. He actually took it upon himself to arrive at a local jail and ask permission to walk through the holding area to take his time speaking with people behind bars. Wow, that's great. That's amazing that he went out and did that because you don't see too many people doing that. I mean, I know everybody's incarcerated, but I don't know. It's something about that. Like the jails are supposed to be and prisons are supposed to be correction system. So they're supposed to be there for them to, get the help that they need. And some people don't get that. Like I was saying in one of my reactions, I was like, people be wrongfully accused of things and have to be in there for 20 odd years, like 20 plus years for a crime they did not commit. And apparently there was a statistic saying that like about 50 people, 50% or something like that. It may be higher. Don't quote me on that. But you can go do the statistics, but or look at the statistics probably on Google or something of how many people have been incarcerated from like 80 years ago or whatever, when they first got incarcerated to now, and see how many people actually were convicted that were not, did not do the crime, and that's crazy to think about how literally messed up the justice system was. So yeah, I just want to bring this more attention to Elvis though than anything, but that's also a good point. He said it says whether it was words of encouragement, empowerment, or just a friendly exchange, he had this driving empathy and compassion that was rare, and even some those around him did not always connect with it or relate to it. Let's see. Interesting to note that one of Elvis's close friends that was present on one of these Christmas occasions admitted they themselves were not comfortable going to visit complete strangers in jail, which, I mean, most people wouldn't be, but he said Elvis could not have seemed more at home and comfortable being there doing what he was doing because he probably did it for his family too. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, this dude. I can't help but wonder how many of Elvis's critics, all those people. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Whoops, I missed a part. Elvis' other friend and member of his band, Kathy Westmoreland, also said there were members of law enforcement that told themselves Elvis had done this a number of times on Christmas. Wow, that's interesting. I can't help but wonder how many of Elvis's critics, all those people that talk bad about the guy throughout the years, if they themselves ever had enough humanity in their souls that they themselves ever thought about doing something so selfish and thoughtful as visiting strangers in jail on a Christmas night. Man, I tell you what, they probably wouldn't have. Because, man, they probably wouldn't have. If they already in the first place got the mindset to judge a man that is doing real good, like good stuff for music, I mean, man, of course they weren't. It says when some people over the years saying in the I can't talk today. I've been talking all day. Reactions. All right. When some people over the years say in interviews they really don't have words to explain it, but really was a special individual. It's the little known stories like these that were unknown by the media or general public that they were thinking about. What a testimony of how to really appreciate and share the holiday spirit the man was. Which is why I was like, you know what? I want to get this more message out there to people, like, because a lot of people wouldn't know that he did this, and man, that's amazing to be able to get that out. But I also wanted to check out something else today. Let's see if we can do that. I just wanted y'all could go check this guy out on Facebook. This is his group, Black Lives Matter to Elvis. Don't believe the hype. So if y'all want to go say hello to him, let him know how y'all feel about this, like this message, because apparently he has more of these on their page. So y'all can go check that out. If y'all want me to check more of his stuff out on his page, let me know. I will. I mean, why not? All right, guys. I wanted to check out another video for y'all too. Let me get things situated real quick. Hold up. Do 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 do. Let me fix this real quick. Boosh. Begin. All right, let's get the. Let me do 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 do. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me not do that. Alright. Oh, snap. It didn't go to my... Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. I have the thing saved so we can just go straight to it. This one. There you go. Nope. Alright. Let me get this situated so we can listen up real quick. Hope y'all are doing well. Let me get this over here so I can check out the stream. But that's not what we wanna. It's not what we're reacting to today. Not reacting to chat today. Okay, I don't know why it's like. Let me not get that one. Let me get this one. Sorry it's taking me so long, guys. Stuff you gotta do for YouTube, right? There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want right there. Okay. I might as well make it big. No worries. Alright, let me see. There we go. Now we're looking pretty.
No, he sang pretty good. He didn't impress me with anything because he was just singing old songs and everything.
Let me get this over here.
So I told him, I told Bill, I said, well, I'll call Sam and give him what our thoughts and see what he says. And
hold up, brother, man. All right, guys. This is the one I wanted us to check out today. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful time of it. Hold up. Wait. That's not what I wanted. Why is it? Man. Hold on, guys. I got y'all. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Now it's doing what I wanted to do. Okay. Well, let me minimize this a little bit. There we go. Now we're looking pretty. All right, and let me fix the camera. All right. Sorry it's taking me so long, guys. I got it situated, though. We got it working. We got it working out. All right, I'm going to bring that over here. Bring chat. Let me say hello to y'all. Well, we got everything situated so y'all can, come in here and hang out with your boy. All right, guys. I'm going to let a couple more people come in here so we can, get it going, rocking and rolling. All right, let me see what's going on with the page. Let me see what's happening. All right, let me get back. Duplicate so we can see what's going on with the stream. Mm-hmm. There we go. That's what I want. Now let's see what we can do about this live stream. Let me make sure. All right, guys, we are live. I'm hoping everybody gets this. I'm just waiting for people to pop up. This live stream. Let me make sure. All right, guys, we are live. I'm hoping everybody gets this. I'm waiting to see chat live real quick because we are live up in here. All right, guys, we are live. I'm hoping everybody gets this. I'm waiting to see chat live real quick because we are live up in here. All right, guys, we are live. I'm hoping everybody gets it. I just need to minimize it. All right. I'm ready to get this thing started, but I want to make sure everybody's in here. I don't want to start it without people's. Because this one's supposed to be interesting. It's about these people telling about their, encounters with Elvis, and I always thought that would be interesting to watch. So I figured, why not go ahead and live stream it for y'all? Maybe we'll check out some other ones today too. Think I'm playing pool with my mom later, so that'll be fun. But I figured I'd do this for y'all, just, hang out with y'all a little bit since I don't get to do that enough. And I do like live streaming, so let me know what y'all want me to react to sometimes with live streaming, because I do like doing this a bunch. Like, yeah. All right, guys, it says we got 6 people, but I'm waiting to see some more people, man. Come on now. We got 1,000 people. 1,000 people subscribe. We can get some more people up in here. Thank y'all for hitting that like button for your boy. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this real quick. I can get more people coming to check us out real quick. All right, guys, we are back in it. I just wanted to fix that up a little bit. Hope y'all are enjoying all the Elvis reactions. Okay, why is it? I just need to go back to my channel. YouTube's live streaming stuff is so weird. I stream on Twitch too, guys. I stream on pretty much all platforms. I do have a gaming channel that I usually do. It's Dasmania XD, but I'm more focused on this channel, hanging out with y'all. But man, one day I want to get back over there too. So yeah. All right, guys, we got 7 people in here. We might as well go ahead and get it started. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Here we go. Should be playing. There we go.
No, he sang pretty good. He didn't impress me with anything because he was just singing old songs and everything. And so I told him, I told Bill, I said, well, I'll call Sam and give him what our thoughts and see what he says. And but anyway, I called Sam and give him mine and Bill's ideas, and he said, well, I'll call him and ask him to come in the studio.
Hey, Grease, how's it going? Thanks for coming
tomorrow
in.
night, and
Thank you very much for appreciating and understanding.
we'll see what we can come up with, or something.
Oh,
to that
thank you,
effect,
thank you. Oh, no doubt.
And
no
that was the
doubt.
beginning of
I
all
was
hell
always
broke loose,
interested
didn't
in
it?
this. Let me see if I can make it.
Hit it off so quickly. He was just a great person. And
Let me see if I can make it. Okay, 720. There we go. It was looking a little blurry for me. I don't know if it was for y'all, but I figured I'd go ahead and get it situated. Let me pull chat back up. All right, we're back in it.
that a man of that stature, when he came backstage, and normally, you know, when you don't know each other, you shake each other's hand, but he gave me he embraced me, and it just, you know, it was the icing on the cake.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's interesting. Thank you for that, James. We definitely have to check that out, too.
Felt something right here in my chest. He said,
Always.
"Sing it, fellas." This man, I know he's gone, but when I say this man is amazing, is because this guy, legend, it lives on.
Long live Elvis Presley's dream, guys.
Wow.
Long live him, man.
So damn different from anybody I'd ever met. I still remember how he held his hand and his little finger when he would sing. You know, that little finger would stick out.
Aww.
He's just so very different, and I admire people who are great showmen, and because I never had that. You know, I could never jump around and play. I'd miss it. I'd screw up somewhere, but he could do that.
He grew up around black children, so there were times when he was loose-limbed and very casual in his demeanor and very hip. He had a stance like no one else had.
So true.
He had
Very
a walk
true.
like no one else had.
It is a lot of hill, any longer.
He had a little snarl in his lip like no one else had. He had a laugh like no one else had. He had the most
He was very unique.
riveting presence of any
mean,
human being I've ever
come on now.
encountered. He was truly a one of a kind.
Sweeten through the ages.
R.I.P. to Elvis, man.
And has
Tell
plenty
y'all
to
what.
remind her of her 8 years with the king of rock and roll.
Elvis was not just another man on the planet. Elvis was sent here. He was an angel. Have you seen that movie, Touched by an Angel?
Yeah.
We all was touched by the same angel, Elvis.
Wow. That's amazing to say right there. That's awesome.
Little girl with a beautiful high voice is Kathy Westmoreland.
Uh-oh. There she go, Kathy.
What kind of person he was, and I love it. I wish the world were full of Elvis Presleys.
And whatever you hear about Elvis, about how handsome he was, or how warm he was, there's no way you know how really true that actually was. He was amazing. And what surprised me about him is he never met a stranger. They weren't people with Elvis. They were individuals. And when he met you and talked to you, you thought you had already known him. He was just like, maybe he lived next door to you. It was just an amazing thing that surprised me because he was such a big star. And that surprised me so much, is that we felt like we knew each other. And I think he had that feeling with about everybody that ever met him. You come around special, that
awesome.
You were close. Everything he did was funny. And once
I wish I could have met Elvis, y'all. What would y'all do if y'all could meet Elvis? Like, let me know it in the comment section. What would y'all do? How would y'all feel? Like, man, because that would be an amazing time of it. I tell y'all what, man. Whew. Something about him, man. Something about him is just, he's so special. And man, what she was saying about how if you really, really met him, like, you'd really get the feel of him. But man, being able to react to him for so long, now that I can say that, because I got like 20 plus reactions on the channel now with Elvis, and man, it's been a heck of a journey. But man, he always makes me feel overwhelmed, even just by his singing. I mean, the man was special. He really was. Like, special is an underestimation. I tell y'all what. I know that ain't a word, but y'all know what I'm saying.
thing
Alright, let's
too
get
that
back
was
into
so
it.
funny that I don't think he knew he was doing, is that his laugh was like no one else's laugh, and it would fill a room.
I don't think I ever heard
and if you
Elvis
were in one
laugh.
room and everybody was laughing in the other, you knew which one was Elvis. So it wasn't just that he was funny, is that even his laugh was funny. It lifted your spirits. I can't explain. He lifted your spirits.
Well, that's
still
something.
does.
I'm like you. I saw him in the movies, magazines, record albums, TV. He said, but I never laid eyes on Elvis Presley. He said, but I walked up to him and I looked at him like this. Then I walked over and looked at him like that. And then I looked at him like that. And he finally looked at me and said, hey, man, you making me uncomfortable. Jerry goes, I can't help it, man. You're the prettiest thing. Sorry about the swearing, but that's what he said.
It was a pretty man. I'll give him that one. It was a pretty man. Best
And
performer
that's
I've ever
verbatim
seen.
exactly what he
Honest.
told me.
Awesome, man.
But I've heard those stories.
The rhythm,
He had,
the soul.
had everything. To me, he had everything. You know, you started looking at the guys, God almighty, he's handsome, he's tall, he looks good, he can sing, he can play.
Got
You know,
a lot of
he-
women.
Well, I didn't see, I didn't see women disliking him, but he was just, I didn't see him after them either.
Yeah.
But I guess had I been handsome like that, I probably would have.
This guy, man, I tell y'all what. Elvis shows generosity toward the local. Aw. Way to go, Elvis. Man. I'm glad I'm able to showcase him like this. So beautiful, man. Hold on, guys. Let me pause that because I ain't reading. Denise Sanchez, an 8-year-old girl from Santa Fe, New Mexico, was a big Elvis fan since she was 4. On Christmas 1971, a tumor had detected on her. Wow. They had to amputate part of her leg and hip. No. Poor thing. Shortly after the cancer spread to her lungs, doctors said they couldn't do anything more for her. When Denise found out Elvis was performing in Albuquerque, New Mexico, she begged her mother to take her to his concert to meet her idol before she. Wow, that's sad, but wow.
Just to be a little girl with leukemia coming out.
Oh. So sad.
Brett, introduce his lady there. Tell him about it. Go in a little farther, man.
Way to go, Elvis, man. That is awesome.
Whichever one you want.
No. Every Tenders was a good one, I tell you what. Got a reaction to that on the channel. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful song.
I'm not going to tell you which one I'm going to do, okay? Just surprise.
Special. What's your favorite song?
There you go.
Oh. Thank you so much, so much.
Elvis is the man, y'all.
Calm down.
Some of the girls being supposed to like this. Aww. On this performance, Elvis dedicated "You Gave Me a Mountain" to Denise, saying, "This song is for a very special little girl I just met backstage." Wow, that's amazing. That's beautiful to see, man, that he did that for her, man, because not too many artists you see will do that. I mean, man, you don't see rap artists doing this. I tell you what, for real, you don't see nobody in hip hop doing this. I mean, that's crazy. Oh, oh, dang, man. R.I.P. to Denise, man.
Always a gentleman. He was always kind, and he was always kind to everyone. And I think that was what really stuck out about him as a person. You never saw the times that we were with him anything but really what he was just a nice man.
I appreciate it very much.
On Thursday, you will get a chance to hear some of the behind-the-scenes stories. I wish we had another hour. Real quickly, one word, if you had only one word to describe Elvis.
Huh. Nobody like him.
That's 3 words.
Not one word, but 3 words.
We got you covered. Steve Bender,
Thank you so much. Such a
Thank you.
Man, he said, "I am so lucky to be in a position to give. It's really a great gift to be able to give." So true, man. I wish I was in a position to be able to do that. I mean, I guess I kind of am in some sense because I'm able to react to, his stuff and whatnot and, bring more attention to him, man. And it's a beautiful thing. Hold on. What y'all talking about in the chat? I met Ronnie McDowell in 1981 in New York. He is such a cool guy. After his performance, he sat down with my 2 buddies who were also Elvis fans and shared, "Wow, definitely leave down in the comment section what you know about or what all he told you, because that would be amazing to hear. Elvis was a great man, and those of us who grew up watching him were blessed, as time showed has shown us. So true, so true. Y'all were definitely blessed, and I'm glad I'm able to give more back to him, so more people can see him from my generation. It's just a beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. That's why I try to tell people to, stay blessed, stay humble, and always be kind. I always tell everybody that at the end of my videos, my reactions, because man, it's a beautiful thing to be in that be in that type of motto. Like having that as a motto is like the best thing, because you can humble yourself. If you be blessed, you can give positivity to more people, and that's what I try to do with my reactions. I try to give positive messages and such, because there ain't enough of that in the world, and I guess this is the best way I can do it at this moment. So man, God bless this channel. I tell you what. All right, guys, we getting back into it. Let me back it up a little bit so we can hear all that. Amen to that, Vicky. Amen to that. Glad I'm able to showcase the
We were
little
in
things
Jackson,
he did,
Mississippi, and he got word that a little boy in the hospital was dying, and that he wanted to see Elvis, and he couldn't make it to the show. He was too sick to get to the show, and so we loaded up in cars, and we went to the hospital. And Elvis was wearing. Elvis met this little boy and talked to him, and he was wearing a cross that was made of garnets. And he took it off and he gave it to this child.
Wow.
And it was a real touching moment. Just
definitely
an hour or so before the show.
Goodness.
When Elvis there, where you are? Narrow over here. Monique, you come right in here, sweetheart. That's it. Face that way. Turn right around that way.
How are you, sweetheart? Hi.
And in 1 second, we're ready to roll. 1 second. And
is she pretty?
Is she pretty? Huh? Beautiful. Okay. Good.
Elvis, I'd like to introduce you to Monique Brave from the Sioux Indian tribe here in Rapid City, and Mayor LaCroix, who's got a presentation for you also.
Elvis.
Hey, greetings.
On behalf of the citizens of Rapid City and the community, welcome to Rapid City, and we appreciate you being our first concert on our new.
I'm always honored to be able to do reactions for y'all.
So on our plaque,
it just lightens me up to be able to do it, and I'm very passionate about music. So.
Very nice.
And Monique?
Is she pretty? Hi, Monique.
Oh, really?
This is a medallion of life for you, Elvis.
I'm glad he did everything he could, though. Hold on. I'm gonna back this up, guys. I'm glad he did everything he could for, people, though, in his life. Like, God bless him for that, man. I tell you what. All right, let's see what this is about.
Okay. Good.
Elvis, I'd like to introduce you to Monique Brave from the Sioux Indian tribe here in Rapid City, and Mayor LaCroix, who's got a presentation for you also.
Elvis, on behalf of the citizens of Rapid City and the community, welcome to Rapid City, and we appreciate you being our first concert in our new auditorium.
Hey, there you go.
Says so on our plaque. It's for your grand opening concert
He was
here.
the first to do that.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Very nice.
And Monique?
Is she pretty? Hi, Monique.
Hi. This is a medallion of life for you, Elvis, from the Sioux Nation.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, Elvis.
Somebody give me a scarf for her.
I remember everybody was, time had passed, there was still no Elvis, and everybody was saying, but where's Elvis? After a while, we heard this commotion coming down the hall leading to the ballroom where we were. The door opens, and in walks this entourage of people,
Wow.
In the middle stood Elvis, and up to that point in my life, I was an Elvis fan, and I loved his music. but I guess I would have to say I was a casual Elvis fan.
Right.
That day when he walked into the room, I went, wow, you've got to be kidding me. I think I now know why this guy is the biggest star in the world. He walked into the room, and there was something about him. You could actually feel him in the room. He had such presence, such magnetism, such charisma. You run out of words to describe it. But when he walked into the room, you knew that he was somebody. And I went, wow. Now, like I say, I realize why he's the biggest star in the world. And he came over to all of us. He hugged us all. He hugged our necks. He called us all by our first name, and welcomed us into his organization. And, I had goosebumps. It was really special. So I'll never forget my first meeting, the first time I ever met Elvis.
That's incredible. Yeah. And I mean, there's so many times.
And it was wonderful. Incredible. He was wonderful. I loved him. He was such a gentleman and all that to me,
Tell me about that.
Well, when they first called, the girl said, Elvis Presley, oh my God, what are we going to do?
Oh, Lord.
I said, hey, it's a gig and it's a good one. So we went. And when we got there, it was nothing like what we might have thought, because it was just wonderful.
Yeah.
It was really wonderful. He was into gospel. So every once in a while when we finished
not too many people know that, to be honest.
All of us, And
I don't think too many people know that, to be honest. Or too many black people know that.
Yeah. He had black singers and white singers. He's had the Imperials, who was a men's group, very popular men's group. And we were the girls.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I think people have, certain stereotypes about him.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out
because
to Sissy
he was
Houston.
A wonderful person. So good looking, you just didn't want to even look nowhere else. He was so handsome. But he was just as nice, fun. He cracked jokes and all that kind of crap.
That's how you gotta be. I love being that way.
That's
how you gotta be.
I'd like to introduce you to my father. He's been sick for a while, but he's doing very well. Would you say him, Daddy? Take him here tonight.
Hey.
Is there any way for him to get up here?
Hey, shout out to Elvis's dad, y'all.
Is there any way for him to get up here? Just put a chair right here. I really missed him because it's been a couple of years since he's been able to go on tour with me. He's been sick. Just send up, honey.
He met him. Oh, that's awesome. He met Muhammad Ali.
Tonight, we have a fellow who said he's the greatest, and he is the greatest. Muhammad Ali, stand up. Muhammad stood up. He said, Elvis, you're the greatest. And we went backstage, and then Elvis told us about how he does karate and he likes to box. He liked to get into boxing, and Muhammad told him, no, you're too pretty. He said, you do the singing, I'll do the boxing.
Too pretty.
Muhammad Ali is in the audience, and he would like to meet you. And I was, oh yeah, bring him on back, because that was, loved Muhammad Ali. And he said, yeah, bring him on back. So Muhammad Ali comes back there, and he's got his entourage with him, and
two greats, guys. Two greats. It's amazing thing. Very amazing thing.
They will all walk in the dressing room, and here's a little skinny guy sitting around. So Elvis and Muhammad Ali is sitting at the table. So all of a sudden, Elvis stands up, Muhammad Ali stands up. And we're all looking like, what is going on? So Elvis goes into a karate stance. Muhammad Ali goes into a boxing stance. Because Elvis loved karate, as you know. He was into it very deeply and was an 8th degree black belt. And Muhammad Ali took a stance, and Elvis just swept his feet out from under him with one leg. It happened that fast.
What?
And then, but Muhammad Ali sit on the floor and looked at Elvis and started laughing, and Elvis started laughing, so we all started laughing.
That's awesome. Hold up. He did what now? Hold up. I gotta read this. Hold up, guys. Elvis had a robe made for me. I don't admire nobody, but oh wait, I thought I stopped it. Hold on. Let me back it up. Elvis had a robe made for me. I don't admire nobody, but Elvis Presley was the sweetest, most humble, and nicest man you'd want to know. Man, I tell you what, I'm sure he was. I wish I could have met him one day. I wish I could have met him maybe one day. One day. All right, guys, hold on. Let me get this thing started again. Sorry about that. All right, let's go. There we go. That's awesome, man. he oh my gosh, he sideswiped Muhammad Ali. That's insane.
There's two or three of them in there, two or three of his bodyguards. Joe Esposito was the number one. And so in a few minutes, he come bouncing down the stairs. And I grabbed him, and I grabbed his arm, and I said, oh, I said, Elvis, Elvis. I started holding him, like that. He said, yeah. He said, cut me and I'll bleed just like you will. I said, buddy, I'm not going to cut you. I said, I'm too glad to see you. I said, you don't know you have made my life. You made me. And he said, well,
wow.
He said, you got my badge? I said, yes, sir. And he said, I gave it to him, and he looked at it, and he's tickled to death with it. And in a few minutes, Priscilla came in, and she said, he looked at Priscilla and said, Priscilla, I wish you could have seen the look on that boy's face when I walked in this room. He said, if I live to be 100 years old, he said, I'll never forget this boy right here as long as I live. He got as tickled with me as I did. And when I told him my name was Gene Autry, he looked at me and he said, Gene Autry can't sing. I said, no, but Elvis can sing, can't he? He said, yeah, they think somebody thinks I can. He said, they just named the street after me on Monday down here, down the street here, when they named Elvis Presley Boulevard.
Well,
and he said,
I didn't know that.
Do you want to go?
With Ann Margaret. His charisma. He was like the John Wayne, It was like John Wayne walked into a room about you just knew he was in the room. It was amazing. Johnny Cash had that kind of charisma. But Elvis's was something very, very special. He was I guess it was just his honesty, his aura, the look that he had, He looked like a Valentino from the country, more or less, He was a very handsome man.
When I saw him the first time, and I said it, I didn't say it to be cute. I said it because I was blown away. I'd never seen a dude that good looking. He was one of the best looking dudes, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. Sure
there
was.
You go.
I mean, baby, when I walked in and saw it, there it was. I ain't no fool.
He said, I ain't no
fool. That's the best
fool.
looking thing I ever seen. Kind of wish I was a girl right now.
By the number. So we enjoyed everything we did with Elvis. He was friendly to everybody. I don't care, even if you hurt his feelings, he would turn it off. We used to say to him, people would say, really, directors and producers around on the movie sets and the studio would say things to him that about the material or something that that he didn't like. But he would never say anything about it. He'd never
that's a humble
talk
man
back
right
to him,
there.
so to speak. His mother taught him not to do that, and he didn't do it.
Falling all over me or whatever it is, but Elvis Presley was a thrill for me to visit with. Not just once, but a few times, and the way he treated my father.
Joe Namath,
After I had met Elvis a couple of times, and then a time again he was performing in Las Vegas where my dad was visiting with me. And after the performance, we went back to the dressing room, and I introduced my dad to Elvis, Elvis to my dad, and Elvis put an arm around my father's shoulder, took him over to a little couch and sat down, and they visited for the next bunch of minutes. And I was marveling at how kind, how nice, how respectful Elvis was at that time. I appreciated that big time, and I do to this day.
Went over there, and
but I guess
that led to
see what giving respect can do for somebody. Man, you could have respect for anybody, and you never know how it make them feel. Man, I always tell y'all, stay blessed, stay humble, always try to be kind, because man, you never know how far that will go for you. You never know, like for real. Hold on, guys, we'll get to her in a minute. I just had to say that because you never know. But since we got a little bit more people in here, I was wondering, trying to see, what would y'all do if y'all seen Elvis like walk into y'all's or come do caroling or something at y'all's house? What would y'all do? Let me know in the chat what would y'all do? Because I don't even know what I would do. I'd probably fall out. I'd be like, what? I don't know. I'd probably just be mesmerized, especially if it's after me doing these reactions. I tell you what. All right, guys, let me know. Freeze for real. Legit. That would be me. I'd be like, is this real right now? Yeah, big time. Like, is this real right now? Like, hold on. Okay, let's get back into it.
Elvis was at that time. I appreciated that big time, and I do to this
Went
day.
over there, and
Me too.
that led to
all
a
all in the
change in my
same
whole
moment.
life. I always say that once Elvis touched your life, you were never the same. He had a charisma, he had a magic. He was being very serious, and I'm looking at him, and I said, "You are too pretty to be a man." And he said, "Woman, you are crazy."
Oh gosh.
It just kind of broke the spell, you know, and that was a favorite memory of mine. But Elvis was so special, and over 150 concerts that I attended, I never stopped getting the butterflies in my stomach. When those kettle drums started, the excitement was there. My eyes would fill with tears. I wasn't a screamer, but when he walked across that stage and made eye contact with you, it made you feel like the most special person in the world.
Hmm.
A great group
That's awesome.
that he was traveling with, and we just had a great time and able to just communicate and talk, and couldn't stop looking at his eyes. They were gorgeous.
She walked away with her little button, and she was pleased as punch.
He wasn't any different. I mean, he was just so warm and friendly, and thank yous, and may
Amen.
I.
Yes,
and
there you go, the other
he was a
route.
Southern gentleman. I mean, you could
Definitely,
really
'cause,
tell that he
wow.
was a Southern gentleman.
Thank you for
and
everything
raised
you've
by
done
a
for
great
music, is
family.
what I would say.
Just because he was just so
I don't
warm
even know
and
if I'd
friendly
get
and
that out. It'd
polite
be in my
and
head. I'd be like,
wonderful.
you probably know what I was trying to say either way.
The following
R.I.P.
program
Elvis,
was
man.
recorded a few months ago, and it represents Elvis's last concert tour.
Wow. Uh-oh.
I'm going to see Elvis the Pelvis, and it's going to be great.
Say Elvis with the Lord. In the world.
The king.
He's the king.
The king of music.
King. He is king.
He's the king. He's great. I love
I
him.
say he's the prince.
He will always be the king, no matter what.
That's what people say.
I think any auditorium in the country that has Elvis has an experience that he never forgets, and it's one of the attractions that every building looks for. When Colonel Parker gives you the call that you have a date, after all that, it's just like you're in the Army, everything is done by the numbers. And the arrival time is always kept at a minimum. Only few people know what time he arrives or what
Makes
airport
sense.
he'll arrive in. And from the time he hits the ground until
Wow.
the time he's on that stage,
That's insane.
would
Just
be
2
roughly
months?
about 8 minutes when
Wow.
you feel that burst of excitement of the
I
enthusiasm.
hope he got
of the
to see
crowd.
this, like
You
how
just
people, how
feel
he's
as
made
though
people feel. You know,
God just
I really do hope he got to see all these.
I have been to his home many times. Touched the gate and everything. That just turns me on just to do that. What's it going to do when I watch him tonight? They've got an ambulance waiting by.
Lordy have mercy.
I wouldn't look back.
Imagine he'll still be as good looking as he always was, just older.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
People's reactions are amazing.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
No, thank you, man. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the JCs for electing me as one of the outstanding young men. When I was a child, ladies and gentlemen, I was a dreamer. I read comic books, and I was the hero of the comic book. I saw movies,
Very
and I was
true.
the hero in the movie.
I hope so. I really do.
So every dream that I ever dreamed has come true 100 times. And these gentlemen over here, you see these type people who care, who are dedicated, you realize that it's not possible that they might be building the kingdom of heaven. It's not too far-fetched in reality. I'd like to say that I learned very early in life that without a song, the day would never end. Without a song, a man ain't got a friend. Without a song, the road will never bend. Without a song. So I'll keep singing a song. Good night. Thank you.
There you go. Keep on, keep it on, I always say. I think that's it, guys, but appreciate y'all watching this with me, man. y'all have been amazing for the channel, and I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here to watch this with me, man. I'm hoping to be able to do more of these lives with y'all, just to, hang out with y'all a little bit. Because, man, I love, getting to know y'all more and, talking with y'all and stuff. So, I mean, I'll figure out sometimes when I can actually do that. But I'm glad that y'all made it to the live, I'm hoping that we can get more people on the live eventually. But, man, without further ado, stay blessed, stay humble, and always be kind. Link to this will be in the description box below after this live is done. So yeah, without further ado, guys, love y'all. Stay blessed. Peace. I forgot I got it. Forgot this is live. I can't do it the way I usually do it. I love y'all guys. Peace out.